Your dream home should look absolutely magnificent. Your dream home should reflect your individual taste and personality and should combine great beauty with superb function while being absolutely practical and affordable as well. Homes built with Timbercrete building blocks are not only unique in their appearance, they usually cost no more than brick veneer to build, but achieve higher resale values that are normally only associated with sandstone.
Yeah, we decided to build a house back in about 2000, and we looked around and we decided to build a post and beam home, and the reasons for that were several, but the criteria that we were looking at were things like thermal efficiency and aesthetics. We wanted something that looked different. We didn't want the standard McMansion cookie cutter sort of effect. When we told our architect that we were going to build out of Timbercrete, he actually challenged some of the claims of Timbercrete because he's actually a qualified energy assessor. And after several months of talking to Timbercrete company, he became convinced that the product did what it said. And we've found that since we've lived in the home. The thermal qualities are quite spectacular. We've combined those advantages with passive solar design, and the combination is just terrific. We find cool in summer, warm in winter. It exceeded our expectations. Yeah, we decided on post and beam style construction, and we actually bought this house as a kit home from Post and Beam Proprietary Limited in Melbourne. The beauty with this style of construction is that the roof is on within 2 or 3 weeks. You put your slab down, your posts up, your roof goes on. After that, you're building undercover, and that gives you some huge advantages, particularly if you've got bad weather. Another factor in us choosing Timbercrete was the cost element. We compared pricing on Timbercrete with other traditional materials, bricks and concrete blocks and so forth, and in our case it was cheaper to build in Timbercrete, and yet we got a much better aesthetic end result.
Timbercrete handcrafted blocks produce beautiful, unique homes without costing the earth. Handcrafted cobblestone Timbercrete building blocks can be used for single skin wall construction to minimise building costs. Alternatively, Timbercrete can supply blocks suitable for building traditional brick veneer or full brick construction styles. Whilst most Timbercrete clients prefer our natural sandstone coloured blocks, we also offer a variety of other colours to suit individual tastes. Whether heritage, traditional or modern style, Timbercrete blocks provide a distinctive appearance combined with superior insulating properties. In fact, Timbercrete's unique thermal qualities resulted in 2 finalist awards in the National 2004 Green Smart competition run by the Housing Industry Association, confirming that you can expect Timbercrete to help keep your home cosy and warmer in winter and cool and comfortable in summer, saving on energy bills over the life of your home. Timbercrete has outstanding soundproofing qualities when used on internal walls. The unique shape and density of our product diffuses sound and minimises transference. Inside or out, Timbercrete building blocks provide aesthetics and performance that are unmatched by any other building product available in Australia.
Friends of ours built a Timbercrete house, and we were so impressed by the way that it just nestled into the mountainside, the scenery. It just looked as if it belonged there. When we went inside the house, we could just see there were so many possibilities, the way that we could use colour and different types of materials, and I think we decided to build a Timbercrete house that very instant. We found out that Timbercrete blocks were so eco-friendly. They had great thermal properties and great PSI, but it was more than that. For me, it was the fact they're individually made, one by one by one. They're handcrafted, and that's pretty special. For our house, Timbercrete is quite wonderful because we've got lots of beautiful light that streams in, and by daytime we can see the light dappling on the bricks, and at night time we see the shadows of the uplights that we've used throughout the house. Our house is so lovely and warm and cosy. Do you know, when friends come and visit, they say, "Oh, I'd just love to have a house like this."
Timbercrete has become famous for what you don't have to pay for. You don't have to pay for wooden or steel frames or internal lining. Of course, it's up to you, but most Timbercrete homes generate additional savings by choosing not to use skirtings or architraves when completing their homes. After an initial application of a wall sealer, which carries a 30-year warranty, your Timbercrete walls become maintenance-free, unlike most alternatives, such as gyprock, which needs regular maintenance. Timbercrete building blocks comply with or exceed all relevant Australian building standards. In particular, CSIRO tests reveal that Timbercrete has achieved the highest level of fire resistance rating of any wall building material available in Australia. This means that Timbercrete is the material of preference for bushfire-prone areas.
Well, the first thing was I really wanted to do something different. I just didn't want to build the normal sort of house. And the other thing was I've got a beautiful block with fantastic bush views, but with the consequent fire dangers. So I needed a material that was really going to be suitable for fire as well. And I was originally thinking of something like mud brick, and that would have been good, but I fell across Timbercrete and just fell in love with it. You know, it's fantastic. And it's easy to work with. And in fact, at the end of the day, it proved to be cheaper than mud brick and also better in terms of its fire rating and its thermal quality. So, you know, I couldn't lose. When I first saw this block and thought about buying it, I knew that getting a development application through council and through the Rural Fire Service was going to be difficult. So I was going to have to find a material that was going to stand up to all of the sort of fire tests. And that's what really, in the end, sold me on the Timbercrete. I mean, it's got fantastic results from the CSIRO testing in terms of its fire properties. But I really love the cobblestone effect as well. You know, you just walk down the street, you don't see houses that look like this.
A typical brick veneer or full brick home will usually cost more to build than an equivalent Timbercrete home. And while a Timbercrete home will cost far less to build than one built of sandstone, its resale value will be heavily influenced by its sandstone appearance. Another Timbercrete benefit is the range of cleverly designed service blocks, which allow all plumbing and electrical and other cabling to run inside the walls. This helps reduce building costs because cables and pipes can be run inside walls while the blocks are being laid. Special Timbercrete blocks also contain power points and light switches, and all Timbercrete blocks can be nailed, screwed, and cut just like timber. This saves money during fit-out, avoiding the need to plug walls when fitting doors, windows, cupboards, etc. Timbercrete is an Australian invention with patents now being registered in 27 countries around the world. Timbercrete blocks can be used in as many innovative ways as you can think of. With Timbercrete, there is absolutely no chance of condensation on interior surfaces, walls remain dry and moisture-free. Timbercrete's unique patented formula contains special ingredients to enhance load-bearing strength, and with a nil water absorption and nil erosion rating, Timbercrete represents a viable long-term building medium that will provide years of maintenance-free performance.
G'day, my name is Peter Collier. I'm the inventor of Timbercrete. For the last 25 years, I've been a professional potter, sculptor, artist and a ceramic technician. I came up with the idea for Timbercrete when I was struggling to find the funds to build a home for my family. I was your typical starving artist. It was during this time I had a moment of what I believe is divine inspiration. Having received the initial idea, my artistic flair demanded that I create a look that was unique and new. And my background as a ceramic technician helped me to improve the product in terms of its structural and its thermal performance. My house represents the first ever house built out of Timbercrete. It was constructed in 1995. And prior to living in this house, we had lived in 13 other houses. And it was dramatically different in terms of the way it performed in summer and winter. In the heat of summer, our house, even on the hottest days, has no need for air conditioning. In winter, because we live in an alpine climate, we have very windy, wet and misty conditions. However, inside our house it remains warm and dry. And there's never been a time when we've noticed any condensation or humidity build up on the inside of the glass or on the walls. Timbercrete's been structured in a very unique way. We're not a large company that has a very large factory in one or two areas. Instead, we have a multitude of small factories dotted all over the country. This means that when you get to talk to us about your needs, you're not treated like a number. You're treated like an individual, and we take into account your specific needs and requirements. We at Timbercrete want to help people to create their own dream homes.